I think it's time we talk about some Ranger eye patches coming up in this video. Let's go. Hi, my name is Ayan. On this channel, I'll help you find the right tools for your daily life adventures, and tools becomes really right for you, not just because of their right use case, but also because you can modify them, you can customize them, the everyday carry items, you can make them adapt to your personality. And that is a great beauty of our everyday carry community. We see a lot of people carrying different bags, carrying different sling packs, pouches, backpacks, and all sort of different things. And they tend to add some sort of personalization to it. For example, I see a lot of people who add the paracord cobra knots handle on their backpacks, on their sling bags and things like that. We see a lot of people add different type of carabiner to hold their water bottles, umbrella, and all sort of different things. But one personalization that I really wanted to talk about in this video is about Ranger eye patches. And yes, these are something that we call Ranger eye patches in the EDC community. And I feel it's a really time that we need to talk about them and address them, especially for the EDC India community, because this is something that is relatively new in India. If you look at the Western countries like US, for example, you will see that a lot of people carry pouches and they modify their pouches, adding different Ranger eye patches on them. It could be something that they represent with, it could be something that they stand for, or it could be some companies that they like to support. For example, here is a Ranger eye patch of Carrylogy, which is one of the great EDC community, also makes some great products. And then there are some other Ranger eye patches that I have over here, and I also created one Ranger eye patch set. I think this is probably the first time someone in India has created a Ranger eye patches, but for the purely customization reason, because I also want to customize my gear. So this is the Ranger eye patches that I have developed at APX Tool. So you see there is this one for Rava, because a lot of people love Rava and it's a great multi-tool. So for that, then we have, which is representing the Swiss Army knife. Yes, we'll all love Victorinox Swiss Army knife, and there's something that it represents. The red and the white color is classic. Then something that I also wanted to do for myself. This is the APX Tool logo. To be honest, this one doesn't really come out well. I think the white one would have looked better, but yeah, it's there. And last but not the least, the EDC, the everyday carry sort of a sigil that I have put over here. And the reason is simply because wanted to customize my gear. And as I mentioned, if you look at the EDC pages on Instagram, on YouTube of people in the West, they are doing a lot of crazy customization, a lot of different patches, all kind of shapes and sizes and colors and whatnot. So I also wanted to, share it with you that this is something that you can really do. Now, the problem is, if you look at the products in the West, or in general in the worldwide EDC community, then the product and the companies, they also understand this customization and they resonate with it. For example, over here, I have this beautiful sling bag by a company called C Tactical Vietnam. And if you look closely over here, you will see that it has this sort of a Velcro attachment in the bag itself, which is basically made to carry some Ranger eye patches. So I can simply attach it over here. So my Ranger eye patch has a Velcro hook part, and this has a different part, so it can stick like this. And you can see I can make all sorts of customization. So for example, I can add this one over here. I can also add my own Ranger eye patch. I can add Ranger eye patches that I get from the company, or I can totally add something that I created myself or someone else has done that. So that's how you customize this sling bag. And the one thing that I want to focus you here is this company makes this. This is not something that I've added myself. This is not something that I have sued. The company is making this because it respects EDC community members, and it respects the fact that a lot of people like to customize their bags. But talking about the companies in India, I don't see that they're doing it. And again, I have mentioned this multiple times. The community is not really huge. There is not a lot of dialogue happening in the community, and there is a gap between what everyday carry community wants and what manufacturers are coming up with, the brands are coming up with. So that is one of the reasons that when I created the Ruven Pocket EDC organizer, I was very much adamant that I want to add this Velcro part over here, so we can also add our own Ranger eye patches. But then I looked around and there was no one who have made Ranger eye patches in India, so I also created my own Ranger eye patches. So this is the set, so it can go on over here. I can do some customization. For example, I like to have this one. Maybe I have orange black EDC that I want to carry over here, or maybe because I'm carrying the red EDC as of now, I can go with the red sort of a Ranger eye patches. So that's why when I created Ruven, I specifically added this over here, so you can customize it. Probably the very first product in India which supports Ranger eye patches. I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on that. Once the community comes together, once these thing goes out, and once something that we start demanding from the EDC manufacturers in India, whether they're making backpacks or sling bags and whatnot, and EDC pouches, then we can broaden the horizon of what we want, and these things will go out, and then definitely the brands will pick up and start doing this thing. So yeah, that is really why important to come together and keep talking about this thing, and that's why I wanted this video. Now in the meantime, what we can do is I have come up with some certain hacks that you can do in the meantime. So for example, this is my alpaca pouch, the alpaca X-Pack hub pouch, and this one also doesn't come up with a Velcro over here. I think the new version does come with it, but the old version doesn't come up with it. So I added this myself, and I'm gonna show you how you can add this yourself as well. But if you can look closely, this is something that I've added. So now I can customize it with my own Rangerized patches. So I can add it like this, or I can add my favorite one, the EDC one, like this over here. So yeah, this is something that I've added myself, and look how the personality of the pouch changes instantly. So let me show you how you can do that. So let's do it in one of our other alpaca pouches. So this is my alpaca organizer. This one is something that I used to carry my passport with. And again, if you look, there is no Velcro whatsoever, no support for Rangerized patches, but we're gonna change that. So on the Amazon, you can get sort of these ready-made Velcro patches. This one is circular, you can get in square, rectangle, whatnot. And if you look closely, the Rangerized patches generally have the hook pattern. So that means you need this one, the other one, to make it stick over here. And this one is a sticky sort of a pad situation, so you can, peel this off and you can stick it anywhere, and the glue is really strong. As you can see over here, it doesn't go anywhere, and it's really working well for the X-Pack, so we can do the same thing for this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paste it over here in the center so my pouch can have a little bit more personality. So for that, I'm going to remove this one, and as I mentioned, the glue is really strong. I have tested it on X-Pack, so I can totally vouch for it. And yes, I found this on Amazon. I'm going to put the link in the description, so if you want to pick some out and want to customize your patches and want to pick a Rangerized patches, so you can do that. I'm also going to put the link to my Rangerized patch set, and you can also buy it separately. You can also buy it with the Ruben. Once it is removed, what I can do is I can actually cut it to this size, but I'm going to keep it simple for now. I'm just going to attach the full one. So I'm just going to keep it straight, make sure that the surface is clean, and then we can simply attach it over here. I'm going to do it on a little bit lower side. So I'm probably gonna also have some iron over here, so iron it out. But yeah, I think it is really well. It's not going anywhere. It's a really strong thing, as you can see. So that's how I've attached it over here. Now what I can do is I can slap on my Rangerized patches. So there it goes, and I can also do this one. So you can see, simply by doing a very small hack, and I think this one costs around 100 rupees, I have adapted my pouch and given it more personality. So let me add my logo, and next time while I'm going on the plane, this will have my passport over here, and probably this will be a good conversation starter with anyone sitting on the side seat. Now the question is, Rangerized patches, yes, you can buy from APX Tools. So this is the set that I sell. I think it's for 700 rupees, so not that much. And what I really want to do is create more Rangerized patches set. I want the community to create the patch. I want more of my friends to create the patch. Triangular patch, circular patch, square patch. This one is a PVC. Maybe we can do something in cloth. Maybe we can do some Indian flag. Why not? So yeah, that's the idea. Once more community start supporting, once more community start doing this sort of a thing, once more community come together and talk about this thing, share their patches, then we will expand the ecosystem, and we will see a lot of people will support us with that. Now what you can do is, if you already have the APX tool Kinex, I want you to start from here, because this is something that is really easy to adapt it. I really love my logo, but for this particular video, I'm going to show you how you can also adapt it to attach some patches. So what I've done is I've ordered this from Amazon, again the Velcro, and I have cut it to the size of this Kinex, and then I'm going to paste it over here. So this will also support my APX tool or the other Rangerized patches, but this one doesn't have the same peel-in glue that you have found in the circular one. So over here we have to be a little bit smarter. So what I've done is I've also ordered this small circular cell sticking things, and I think it's made by a few companies. I think Fevicol is one of them, and this works really well. I have tried this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna attach it over here. So as you can see, it's really sticky. So I'm gonna attach a few over here on the edge, like this. Yeah, let's do it on the 4 edges first. Then you but yeah, there we go. So I've attached all of them. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna carefully align this. I have actually cut it to the side, and then I'm gonna firmly press it over here, and I believe this has stick really well. So perhaps maybe you can also use some super glue, but that will also ruin your metal, so I'm not gonna recommend it. This one is temporary solution, so if you don't like it, then you can simply peel it off. And you can also use, I think, the heat gun, the silicon heat gun, that would also really work well. So as you can see, from the front nothing changes, but from the back now your Kinects have some new personality. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick to it. Let's say this one, be kind. Let's make it go over there, and on the top I'm gonna do my logo. So that's the APX2 logo. Alright, so pretty well. As you can see, we have converted the Kinects, the APX Steel Kinects, the wallet that a lot of people have bought, and then we have supported it to add some APX tool and some other Ranger eye patches just from a small Velcro, which you will find on Amazon. I will post the link in the description. But yeah, the idea is to give your EDC gear a little bit more personality, and Ranger eye patches is one way to do it. I want plenty of people to be making these Ranger eye patches to their personality. Let me know if you're interested. I will hook you up with some manufacturer in India who made my patches. Then maybe we can have more patches together. But yeah, that's how you add Ranger eye patches to the gear that don't already have Ranger eye patch support. And that's all about the Ranger eye patches that I want to talk about in this very sweet and small video. But yeah, before you go, do check out this video where I showcase everything that I carry in my EDC pouch, the Alpaca X Pack, and this video where I just showcase my new titanium EDC that is a work in progress. And thank you for staying to the very end, and I'll see you in the next one.